Hold on. think I got it to work. Maybe. Did not. Shoot, I'm struggling with this today. It's not one thing, it's another thing. Holy Atlanta. The stream is live. I thought click reload after going live. Sign in is rejected. Pretty good. Every time I think I have this figured out, it seems like something goes wrong. Hope you're doing well yourself, man. Okay. I don't know why my YouTube is so difficult. Like I just want to get to the game, man. Let me test one more. I don't know if I have to leave these toggled on. Like I don't know what else to do. That work? Does it work now? Finally. So weird. Like... No, it's not showing these anymore either. All right, let's get into it. Welcome, everybody. We'll shout out the subs first. Shout out A Bit Beast for the sub. Leandro Romulo, De Aria Hunter, and Normina Hantas. Thank you for the subs. Showing that. Okay. All right. Let's just get into the gameplay. Figure it out again later. Oh yeah. So, started one. We've been doing runs with Rayquaza. I just started because I played pretty long yesterday. Okay, but your messages aren't popping up. That is so weird. Like it works on there. Then it's not working. Oh man. I do not want to be doing this right now. Okay, different user agent from the settings menu. But it works from this page, so that's why I'm so confused. No. They aren't working. You know what I might do? Sorry, peeps. Holy fudge. This should not... This stuff should not be this difficult. Okay, no, this other pop-up's on there. It's working now. Oh, perfect. So I just have to close everything and then reconnect it. Okay. Like that. Hey, Lachlan, say something in the chat. I think it might work now, if you're still there. Please and thank you. I just want to make sure they're coming in. Okay. I think we're working. Oh, nuts. Bum bum ba-dum bum. Nice. I call that lucky. The egg voucher plus. Oh, you can't do it from this screen? Whoa, hold up. Oh, actually, Twister for show. And tackle. Bum, 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 bum. Dum, 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 dum. Bro, I think I'd pay somebody like $1,000 to just take care of this stuff. Like, no joke. Just tired of dealing with these issues. Oh no, not the breeders. Zero? See ya, wouldn't wanna be Will I switch Rayquaza? Oh wow. Surprised he lived. Dang, I was gonna catch Fletchling. Nice. Wow. My head is not into this right now. Nothing I really want. Damn, 3 Pokemon in a row that I wanted. All for nothing. Bum bum. Bum ba-dum, bum ba-dum, bum ba-dum. Bing bong, bing bong, bing bong, bing. Bro, did I just not get this to work? Okay. Ba-dum, bum, ba-dum, bum, ba-dum, bum. Page. Nice. Little intermission. Probably should have got Growlithe. $25 Pokeballs. I think I've got enough. There we go. I was wondering what went wrong with this. Yeah, heard it all before, buddy. Turn this down a little bit. Giga Impact, huh? Let's see what this does. 150? Yup. And I should heal myself. Throw, not slash. Ooh. Dang, man. We're getting... That's crazy. Highlight this message right quick. Okay, let's test our luck. Oh. Oh, hoo, hoo. That might be a shiny. Epic. All commons, an epic, and a rare. I'll take it. Dude, another egg voucher? It's 3 this run already. Oh boy, hate this Pokemon. Thank goodness it's going out. Double Miss Garuski. And another egg voucher. Really hope I come across a really good Pokemon. Common. Double common. Ooh. Really? 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 Thank you. My goodness. And Hoot Hoot is evolving. Da-ba-da-ba-da-ba. Shoot, what am I doing? Ooh, a sand goose. Guess I only have room for 2. Okay. Wait, how much is this nug? 550? So it doesn't really do much. For real? A magma grunt. Wow. Stayed alive. Come on. Double KO. Okay, here we go, boys. Let's lock in. Something like on my face. Bugging me. We got a shiny. A brand new one. Go through the line. Bulbasaur. Honestly, you got a couple starters. I'll take it. 12 Shinx candies. Cubchoo. And our newest shiny. Still not one that I want, but still shiny though. Added to the collection. Kind of sucks because I don't know if I'm ever going to use that guy. My team. Ooh. I like all green. Dragon Claw. 80. Oof. The ancient power is always so good. Gonna have to let it go. Hopefully that doesn't mess me up. Ooh. Money. Honestly, maybe I should have kept... Ooh, 2 bugs. Lock in. Nothing crazy. Probably forest. Yeah, I've had a Rayquaza for a while, actually. I have a couple, legendaries. I just decided to start running a legendary because I was just running my usual team with as many shinies as possible. But yes. Yes, indeed I do. Yeah, he costs 9 out of 10. My head's not really in it as well as the past couple days, but we'll see what we can do. Yeah, right now I'm also just trying to farm candies with him to get his number lower so then I can add more legendaries and stuff. Or add more shinies, I mean. Man, I'm getting a lot of... Ow. That's... This might be the first person I've faced against that had a shiny Pokemon. That's really cool, actually. Whoa, wait a minute. Did it say I lost my Soothe Bell? Or something like that? No egg gotchas. Lego. Nice. And we're going back to back. Big meaty claws. I don't know when he's gonna be. I feel like he knows Dragon Pulse at some point. Bing bong, bing bong, bing bong, bing. Well, too late. Did I already have one of those? I mean, I must have. Here we go. Wow. Oh. Ooh. And I don't know the super effective move anymore. Maybe that was the wrong move, getting rid of it. Nice. Come on. Nice. The user eats the dreams of a sleeping target. The user's HP is restored by half of the damage. See, but does this work if they don't? Does this work if the person isn't sleeping? That's the word I was looking for. Hell yeah. Gotta be sure not to kill this guy, though. Okay, fine. Come on. Let's freaking go. Oh my gosh, another egg voucher? Or an amulet coin. I feel like I'm going amulet coin. Probably will. I'm 57. I kind of want to do this guy, actually. Just for fun. What's up? How's it going? Playing PokéRogue. Welcome. Okay. It's going pretty good. I'm just having difficulties setting up my multi-chat, so my head's not exactly in it, but it's going pretty good. I've had worse runs. And Rayquaza definitely makes my life a little bit easier. Flower trick. Nope. Not even close. I just started, and when I was first playing this, I didn't look up any... I just looked up fun free game to play, and it recommended this, so I was I didn't know how deep this game went, but long story short, I've made it to wave 100 and then died. Because I was facing an Infernape, and it like KO'd like every single my Pokemon. Yep. Yeah, I know you can like unlock Endless or whatever. Some people got like crazy runs though. Oh, so it actually ends at some point. 5,850. Jesus. That's insane. I have gotten to wave 4. Have gotten to that wave 4 times and working on my 5th. Dang. Have you got a lot of good shinies? That's awesome though. Oh yeah, lots of good shinies. Yeah, I actually just got one this run, but I feel like I keep getting Pokemon shinies that aren't my favorite. I got a tier 3, or I guess I don't know if it's tier 3 or tier 1 Spritzy, so that was really cool. Because the other chatters, when they were watching me play this, they're like, you've had terrible luck. I literally had like 50, 70 something eggs that I've hatched and not a single shiny. Yep. And then my first egg shiny was a red Spritzy, whatever tier it is. So that was cool. Yeah, the puzzle spray is planted on the targeted place. I mean, yep. Yeah, that was my very first shiny, was a tier 3. And some guy during this offered me a shiny Magikarp. That was also really awesome. Yep. So I had terrible luck, and then I finally got one, and I been doing good since, I guess. Got a couple now. I can't remember the name of it, the one I just got. It's like that, it's like that pink bird that's still halfway in an eggshell. I think it starts with a V. Yes. All of you. Yep. Exactly. Yeah, I was, for the longest time, I was running Miltank because it, you know, can learn moves to heal itself. And I'm like, I feel like that's really valuable. Oh, the OG. Fire Red. If that's what you're asking. I was asking what I started with Pokemon Yellow. Yeah, I can't remember. My parents originally got me video games so I could work on my hand-eye coordination. So I think Pokemon was like the first one. I don't know if you've ever heard of Spectrobes. Oh my gosh, I thought Spectrobes was so awesome when it came out for the Wii. I mean, I played it for the DS too. If you get a chance, you should look it up. It's basically like Disney's version of Pokemon and how Pokemon's like open world now. Spectrobes was open world back then, like in the 2010s. So I feel like they're just catching up to what they were doing like way back in the day. Or if you have a Wii, you should definitely try it. Especially if you like Pokemon. Oh yeah. Egg voucher time. Ooh. Lanes or Fairy Cave? I don't know if Rayquaza is... if that fairy type are bad against dragon and flying. Yeah, Pokemon is way behind. Night Armory. Ah, dang. But yeah, game was really awesome. Because you get to fight like with your Spectrobes. And it's like you're trying to save like different worlds and like the universe and all this other stuff. And then they also, you find Spectrobes by you like dig up these fossils with your little starter Spectrobes, and you go around the map and you find these like little things in the ground, and then you bring it back to your spaceship, and then you mine either gems or Spectrobes, and then you wake them up. It's pretty cool. Fairy beats dragon. Gotcha. So we'll go plains. Can't believe I'm already the floor 60 already. I want to go Noctowl, get some more candies. Thank you for letting me know. It's always hard to remember like what beats what. Are you playing, are you going to get the new Pokemon that's coming out, I think, next year? I think it's called Wind and Waves. I will, but I was thinking about doing a blind and Nuzlocke for it. So you can make a Nuzlocke like with the newest games. Are you like a developer or something? Maybe Slash. A blind and Nuzlocke. Let's see if it works. And I kind of figured. Alright, we're switching out. Okay. I was gonna say, is this Weezing the fastest Pokemon of all time, or what? See ya. Alright, let me read this real quick. Nuzlocke are a challenge to Pokemon games. They make it more challenging. Basically, you can only catch the first Pokemon you see of each route. You have to nickname them so you get attached to them. If they faint, they are considered dead. The Nuzlocke starts when you have Pokeballs and ends when you beat the Elite Four. Yeah, I guess what I was kind of saying is, like, are you... So how do you come across the Nuzlocke when it comes out? Does it take a second, or are people, like, working on it before the game actually comes out? That's what I was kind of curious on. Yo. It's just an in-post challenge, not a mode in games. Oh, so you're like, I got you. I thought it was kind of like this, where it's like somebody develops it or something. Ooh, I'm catching that Pikachu. I got you. You're just like manual. Did not think that was gonna KO him. Yeah, I thought you're just kind of doing it yourself then. Are you gonna be doing it on stream or just like just for fun? User retaliates to deal 1.5 I'm curious about it. I did do a leaf green Nuzlocke on my stream, and I can do it on stream for when waves, whichever door. It's kind of cool to give yourself a challenge because, you know, Pokemon's by itself is kind of easy, so that's pretty cool though. I want to start making YouTube videos and stuff, so I was kind of thinking about how I can play this game, but make it into like a condensed YouTube video, like some kind of challenge on it. Steel and rock. That every 15 minutes, man. I'm gonna go fairy. And it was terrible. I think it might be leaf, actually. I don't even gotta look it up. I'm almost positive. Or grass, jeez. Maybe not. Hold up. when I did Pokemon Violet, I did that as a Nuzlocke run, but I wasn't streaming back then. However, I did beat my run and lost 7 Pokemon. Yeah, so how does that work? Like, in a Nuzlocke, when you lose them, you can't get them back, correct? At least that's what I thought. Oof. Oh, that one's not good either. Nice. They think you can't use them again, so you can either put them in the PC or release them. That's what I thought. Yeah, that was difficult. Or it must have been difficult. So, but can you catch more after you lose them? Or you're just like, you can't add another Pokemon after you have your team maxed out? Shout out Saiva Siva for the sub on YouTube. Much appreciated. Knock off. Use your slap sound on target's held item, removing the item. The move's power is boosted by previous not. I mean, why not? Yo. When they faint, you can't use. Oh, never. Soothe Bell. Okay. Might just replace this guy. Revive my Sunkern. Super Potion. Definitely gonna need to use another Soothe Bell. Or could use another Soothe Bell. You said each route. So you can catch more as long as there's a replicant. Pretty much the first one you see. Gotcha. Very, very interesting. I'm guessing it makes it pretty hard. Like, can you usually beat it like the first try, or do you need like a couple tries to kind of win? Hey. I will take that. Are you serious? Another one? My gosh, I'm just recovering from the last one. And of course this guy has an Aggron. Nice. It can be challenging, but I just used the basic challenge that I mentioned above. Some people like hardcore, but I don't. So that's what I was going to say too. Aren't there Nuzlocks that are different? Like with different like rules and whatnot? But it's all about what kind of challenge you want imposed on yourself. Yeah, I was also gonna say, aren't there like some that are, you know, made to where anybody can play and it's set to a certain like set of rules? Because I could have sworn I seen Ludwig play like a couple Nuzlockes. Let's freaking go, boys. So I'm fast until that guy. Got it. Well, this might be the end. Maybe. And all I have is a flying type. Okay. Not terrible. Not the best. Let's see how many candies I got. Only 5 candies. What's his passive? Eliminates the effects of weather. Nerve opposing Pokemon and makes them unable to eat berries. Eh. I mean, that's fine, I guess. But just kill some other ones. It was nice meeting you. Enjoy your stream. I'm going to bed. Appreciate you coming. And saying what's up. Very nice to meet you. Good luck with your Nuzlocks. Sure, it's fun. And I didn't know if I wanted to do a peace sign or a wave, so I did a little both. Okay, wait, hold up. What's his? Pokédex. Doubles Pokemon's speed and harsh sunlight. Summons harsh sunlight for 5 turns. I don't really care about any of those either. Nothing else I can do with the candies, so. 9.75. Thank you. Begin. Use Pokemon. Guess so. Let's run it up. Can't remember if... I think I'm going to keep Ancient Power this time too, because I feel like that move definitely came in clutch. Ooh. Ooh. Here we go. A rare. Super happy I got another shiny today. Man, I actually should have checked him out. Alright. Welcome to the team. Dramatically increases the chance of a wild Pokemon having a hidden ability. Ooh. But how do you know? Like, am I gonna have to catch them all? And like, how do I know if it's hidden or not? Because I feel like I get to the point where, you know, loading up the rare candies already. Agent Power. Or X effective. My rival. Beautiful. Always has a flying type. And I should see how many points a Combi is, actually. Should just be using Twister. Wow, already, huh? She's only a level 5. It's like I always get this in the beginning or like the very end. Nothing in between. Imagine evolving as a Pokemon at level 5. Don't die on me, Hoot Hoot. Money. Lock in. 5 eggs. Another Spritzy. So I don't know if that like at the top left means that's how many candies I have or that's how many I gained. No good options. Ooh. Maria's gonna be jealous. Ugh. The breeders again? A good old grass whistle. Good old Lechonk. Dude, Dragon Darts is so good. Dang, a big nug or a map. Big nug. I feel like the beginning just takes the longest. Seems like it just takes forever. Forever. Here we go. Goes the most hardest battle. Oh, perfect timing. There we go. Let's start KOing some homies. Mega Drain. Why not? Ooh. Of course we ran out. Rayquaza's taking them all. You don't even care. Next. Oh, wow, we survived. Nice. And we have a boss battle after this, too. It's a 10% chance to survive with 1 health point after being damaged enough to faint. Oh boy. 930 schmackaroonies. Feel like I had to do it. Dude, there's no way. Back to back? That's insane. I don't know what kind of luck I'm getting. Alright, let's use these egg vouchers. Gosh dang it. I know the one YouTube video I watched, he said not to use these and to use the move up ones more, but I'm like, I don't know. I kind of want shinies. Dang, double soothe though? Nope. We'll try to catch him though. Okay. There we go. And we'll probably take the lure. Oh, great. This lady. Adios. Legal. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-bum. Good old flame charge, huh? Adios. I really hope. Oh, here we go. Oh. All right. Haven't seen or battled this Pokemon, so. Awesome sauce. Ooh. I mean, if they die, they die. Nice. Nice. Just catch them all till the top. Sunstone. I wish I knew if it really made a difference. Like, does it make a difference when you evolve them? Hoot hoot. Let's go. Starting to think maybe I should have taken that. Come on. Dude, let's go. Now that is a cool shiny. And a Magpie. Nice. A Frillish. Cool. Baker Jen. You can see ya, I guess. Thanks for the money. Oh. Ooh, a Murkrow. A Dark and Flying. Or Fire and Flying. Let's see. Nope. Wasn't meant to be. It's like, come on, bro. Wow. Beautiful. Bing bong, bing bong, bing bong, bing. This is gonna get annoying, huh? Dang, do I do it? Why not? Just in case. Nice. Please don't kill my Noctowl. Nice. Out of poison acid spread in the faces of opposing Pokemon, poisoning those it hits. Great. Let's go. Another gym leader, huh? Love that. And we still survive. Might die, yeah. Ooh. Ah, good try though. Oh, terrible switch out. Bum, 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 bum. Wonder if I'm actually gonna see a shiny this time. Great. Yes. Or my Rayquaza. Come on, man. Like I just started. See ya. Bum, 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 bum. For real? Bro, come on. Let's go. Come on. There we go. Keep that attack just for you. Wow, my Varoom into a Revaroom. See ya. Oh, hell yes. Oh, oh my god, no. Thank God. Thank you, God. I don't know if Noctowl can learn Brave Bird by himself. Dude, that about gave me a heart attack. Bro, is he still up in the air? Yeah, that's kind of flames, though. Nice. Hmm. One more just in case. 45. Ooh. And Zangoose was a blue? Heck yeah. And now we got a tier 3 and a tier 2. Dude, what a good little run we're having. Wow. Send him again. Alright, I mean, it's got to get hit one of these days. There we go. It's like, oh yeah, spend all your money? I probably should have caught that. Thank goodness. Thank goodness gracious. Dude, this is so cool. Dang, another battle? Of course. $2,500. Dude, how many frickin' guys do I gotta face? Like, for real. Who's good? I'll send out Zangoose. I mean, fire and steel, right? Yeah, so I probably should have just fought against him with what I had. I don't know. This might be it for me. I say that every time, though. So, she's streaming. if I want to do another run or not. I don't know. Dude, we got 2 tier 2s. Wait a minute. So I can choose? Bro. One, two, three. Water and Ghost. This guy's a 4? Oh my gosh, dude. Oh. Bro, this is insane. Or something. Interesting. Fudge. I don't know. You go back to Miltank for a time? For the time being? Let's see. How much are new boys? Let's see. So definitely. No, hold up. I don't know. I do not know who to give the suit belt to. Maybe Zangoose. Money. Dang. Why not? Ooh, nose double. I like that. Yeah. Nice. Ah, wrong move. Oh my. My luck is A plus plus. Wow. What a great day to be alive.
A plus plus luck? How do you have that? How is that possible? Two shinies and one bronze. Oh. Lucky. Another shiny Pokemon at all. That's awesome though. Awesome. Happy for you. Oh. No side effects. It's a ground type move. I mean, that's not half bad. Let's see who we can use it on. Not able. Miltank. I think. Does Miltank get better moves though? She's got tackle. Oh. She doesn't even have one move. Okay. Do I have any Great Balls? I do not. I'm just gonna teach that to her. You can see the other tier with Blitzel if you haven't seen it, seen too. I can use either tier as well. Oh, you finally caught one with a shiny charm. I don't think I've ever gotten a shiny charm in this game. My luck is only C+. But my other shiny is Paris. Or Parrot, I don't know how to say it. His name. He's just a little bug Pokemon. He's bug And poison, maybe? I mean, honestly, that might not be bad to throw him in there too. Once I get these guys' costs down, maybe I'll throw him in too. Maybe that'll just be my team. I took the money and ran.
Nice. Let's freaking go, boys. Dude, there's got to be another shiny in there.
We're joking, right? No, come on.
Adios, muchachos. Be like, feel like I'm not gonna get very far with this team though. Wow. Fudged up, bro. Double beam. I don't know. Oh boy. Well, it was a good run. I don't see what Combi has. Let's see, like, the most stacked team we can make, though. So it's like that. We have to have these guys. This guy, this guy. Just the ultimate. Maybe we'll watch a YouTube video after this. What did that say? Bro, what? It said something about like a charm or something. Oh my, if I would have had a shiny Mareep. My god, I would have went insane. Dude, I have a luck S. Yo, yo, yo. Are we still here? Yeah. The lure? Probably. Oh, man. Maybe hoot hoot. You know what that means? We gotta run it up. Mm-hmm. Weird. I don't know. Hoot hoot. A tier S. This is awesome. I'm gonna say that's gonna take ever. Noise. See, like, who do I want to farm candies for, though? I don't know. This is tough. Maybe Frillish. Go to my chat GPT real quick. So in my PokéRogue, I have enough Pokemon to put me in the S tier, and it said something about a shiny charm at the beginning of my battle, but I didn't get to see what it was. Could you tell me possibly what it meant? Something about a shiny charm in the beginning of your battle / run. This was a very good event reward. Pretty sure. S rank or chance for post-battle items to upgrade. It was right at the beginning of the battle, so I'm not exactly sure, to be honest. I don't know if it was saying it was equal to like a shiny charm, but I don't have it in the top where you usually have charms. It just said something about a shiny charm at the beginning. Yeah, I don't know what happened. Let me guess. Fire type? Ooh, perfect. Bubble. Bubble. Ooh. Switch him out for the Hoot of Hoot. Heck. Bro, this Linton messing me up, bro. My gosh. We're on 9. Good job to my Spritzy. Do-do-do. You know, I never really distribute these that much. Reader J. Nice. Ooh. Give me that. Mm-hmm. See ya. Do I risk it? Anybody else want some action? Beautiful. We're on 14. I don't really have another good option. Let's go. Shiny down. For real? A shitty. Bum, 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 bum. Bubble beam. Twice. Bubble beam. Bubble beam. I feel like Frillish evolves, but I don't know. We'll load up the candies. Oh, perfect first leader. Ooh. Bubble beam. Bubble beam. Yup. What's up with it? Oh my gosh, my inner being really wants this, dude. Grass and flying? Bubble beam! Maybe my spritzy. Fairy wind. I don't really want him though. No? Sorry, bro. Bubble beam. Bro, bubble beam low-key kind of good. Yep, send out your starter. Give me that. Bubble beam. Bro, are you freaking kidding me? Oh my gosh. Man, what luck. Oh my gosh. Comeback time. This is insane. Bro, how do you get an attack off before me? Fudge. Ah, fudge. See what she's up to, me. Ba-da-bum. Bum. Ba-da-da-da-da-bum. Bum. Bum. Alright. Let's see the candies. He's at 2. What's his abilities? Toxic boost. When the Pokemon is poisoned or badly poisoned. Okay, so it's just poison. Ah, boy. $20. $50. I mean, what? He's probably at the close. So what's his ability right now? Pokédex. Toxic. Okay. Alright, I think I might watch a YouTube video on this really quick. And then call it a stream. So, but yeah. Not too bad. 3 shinies in one day. With 2 tier 2s. Say that 10 times fast. Still can't believe I got... This was like my first one. That is so cool. Man, it really gave me like a good... disperse thing of shinies. Oh, shoot. Okay. Let's get into a YouTube vid. Let's turn this volume off real quick.
My name is Chip. I'm in North
Da-da-da.
Carolina, and this is my home gym. Let me show you around.
Hey yo, welcome back. And you may already know.
Okay. Hold on, let's see the creator. Valicent. 5 best starter Pokemon if you want to win. PokéRogue. Classic tips and guide. Let's get into it.
Know or not know if you're new here, that I enjoy doing a lot of challenge runs in PokéRogue. I've beaten the game with some of the quote-unquote weakest Pokemon in the game, as well as done quite a few solo challenges and different things. So I decided to put together a list of 5 great starters that I think could just help you get really easy wins under your belt, start building a lot of experience, catching more Pokemon and stuff, and build your confidence to where you could start also beating the game with some of your favorites, rather than just sticking to the strongest picks. And the first few are going to be pretty standard, strong picks, but if my last 2 surprise you, you have to promise to praise a like and sub and show your support. No lying, I will know. So jumping right into it with my first pick, we have...
Let's see. What is that? What are those? Oh, and maybe it's when he beat the game. So these are his favorites.
Fuecoco, who, besides just having a really fun name to say, is also a starter that you start the game with, which not only is good because you just already have him if you're brand new, but also it makes it super easy to farm candies up on him. If you're brand new, that you
Hold on,
start
what-
the
what
game
did that
with, which
say?
not only is good because
And a potential to catch a Pokemon.
you just already
Okay,
have him
got it.
if you're brand new, but also it makes it super easy to farm candies up on him. So just by playing the game and trying to catch the other Pokemon on this list and level them up, you'll be getting candies for him, which you can use to unlock his passive and to get more eggs for him, which can then unlock his egg moves. And you can also use it to lower his costs to make your starting team a little bit better. But the upside is you don't really need his egg moves, they're good, but you don't have to have them, and you don't need his passive, which is also good, but you don't have to have it. It gets better when he evolves. You'll see here it's Gluttony, but once he evolves, he gets the one that I cannot remember the name of. I never can, but it makes sound-based moves stronger, which is really good for him because his signature move that he gets at 36 when he evolves, Torch Song, actually boosts him while attacking. So you don't have to use turns to set up. You can just buff his special attack while you're sweeping. He's also relatively bulky, which gives you more time to do that. And he's decently fast, which you wouldn't expect. You know, I guess that kind of fits the whole crocodile thing. They're faster than they look. So other than that, I mean, he's just a good all-around pick. The main negative to him is that he doesn't really get good and come online until he fully evolves. So until level 36, he'll be sitting in the back line. You'll probably want to have someone else carry and just kind of keep him around until you have to use him, and at that point, he's going to be great. Alright, so our second pick is kind of obvious. Anyone who's watched my videos or played any Pokemon game already knows that it's going to be Magikarp, or less, it's going to be Gyarados, because nobody cares about the derpy fish. So, Magikarp is kind of... Okay, let me rephrase. Gyarados is kind of just amazing. He's got really good stats all around, huge attack, respectable bulk, pretty decent speed, and if you slap like Adamant, basically any attack boosting nature onto him, he just becomes a monster. He doesn't really need anything else. Most of his best abilities he can get through level up. He doesn't need his hidden ability, even though Moxie is amazing. It just kind of makes him better. But Intimidate, as his basic ability, is still really good. So it's going to help you set up most of the times by reducing the first opponent's Pokemon attack. You know, you could take a little bit extra hit and you could get a couple of Dragon Dances off, which kind of just leads us straight into the next thing. His move pool is amazing. So Dragon Dance plus Waterfall. That's enough said. You don't really need much else, but he has more if you want that. So he also gets Crunch, Ice Fang, some other moves that don't matter. With that, you basically just kind of sweep the entire game. You get a Dragon Dance off, maybe a second if you're feeling frisky, and then you just kind of Waterfall everything, and then Ice Fang or Crunch anything that doesn't, you know, die to Waterfall. If you can get Multiscale on him, that's even better, because he does have that 4 times electric weakness. So Multiscale is going to help you survive that. If you get any kind of items to heal him back up to full health, you just kind of keep triggering Multiscale, which kind of just makes you impossible to kill. His egg moves are really good, but if you can't get them, you don't need them. Ice Spinner is just a better Ice Fang. Knockoff is a better Crunch. And Dragon Descent is just his only really good flying move. Flip Turn, we don't really care about that. Flip Turn just kind of covers you till you get Waterfall. Waterfall is going to be better. You're going to be setting this guy up. You don't want to Flip Turn out. You want to set up and just sweep until he dies or your opponent dies. And usually the latter is going to happen. If you want to get the egg moves and you want to get his passive, that's actually pretty decently easy. Unfortunately, you have to get to the lake area farm him, but he is a common encounter, both Magikarp and Gyarados, so once you can get to the lake or the sea, you can just catch as many as you can, rack up your IVs, get as many moves and everything else as you can, you know, get as much candy. What I would recommend is when you start your run, if you don't go straight from the plains to the lake, just end the run and just do it again until you get to the lake, and then you can farm up Magikarp that way. If you're not, you know, trying to get candies on something else like Fuecoco, and you just want to keep trying to farm your Magikarps. The other side note is he also gets a Mega Evolution, which is not going to happen most of the time, but if it does, it's kind of just extra good. You don't really need it, but if you get it, you kind of just win harder. So Magikarp is a very solid pick. I would take him on basically any run when you just want to win. So my third pick is the last of the You Saw This Coming picks with Knackley or Garganacl. It's going to be a Garganacl before you use it. So the first pro to this guy, he's a mushroom. I don't know what else you need, but I'll keep going if you're still listening. He also has amazing bulk, which is pretty much the only thing he really has going for him, but it works out well. So the only reason you really want this guy is Salt Cure and Stealth Rock. That's all he needs, and he gets those through level up. So you don't really need to farm this guy up. You don't need any, you don't need Sturdy, you don't need Solid Rock for like the passive and ability and everything. Those help, but you're bulky enough that your main goal is going to be to get Salt Cure or Stealth Rock out, depending on what you're doing. Pretty quick to get. You just catch one and you're kind of just good. If you're battling trainers, like, you know, Ivy or anything like that, you just kind of throw out Stealth Rock and you kind of just win the battle after that. If you're battling Eternatus, you just throw out Salt Cure. You have an annoying opponent you can't deal with, you Salt Cure him. That's really all you need. If you have Sturdy and Solid Rock, you kind of just have time to do that multiple times. So that's great. The other upside to him is he's pretty easy to get. You can catch him, or all three of his evolutions actually, as common encounters in caves and also mountain, but you don't, that's a little bit late game area. So if you're trying to just catch him early, you're going to want to go for the cave. So the bright side of this is if you're trying to farm up Magikarp and instead of going to the lake, you end up in the tall grass or grassy field, you can just kind of ride that out until you get to the cave, catch one of these guys, and then just end the run so that you have them, and then you can go back to farming up Magikarps who you do want to get extra stuff on. The negative to this guy is he's kind of just a one trick. You're going to use him to do Stealth Rock or Salt Cure, and that's basically it. He kind of isn't going to do much else. His egg moves are decent. You can see I don't even have all of them. I don't care to get them. Toxic is really good. Body Press is good if you can actually get the attack off. Other than that, you really don't need much else from him. So just a good solid pick, but you don't have to take him every run. He's only going to do a certain thing. If he's your last Pokemon left, you're probably going to lose the battle. So do with that information what you will. Alright, now we're getting into that smash the like and subscribe territory. Alright, so there's no way you saw this coming. There's no way you saw me picking Leddyba out of everything else in this game, right? But hear me out. If you're looking at the screen and you know much about Pokemon, you already know why I'm picking this thing. Alright? He's super low cost, and he's an amazing support. Now, it takes some prep. You've got to get Spore as an egg move, and you've got to get Prankster as a passive. That sounds annoying, but he's actually a super common encounter in the town and the meadow. So you can start games over just over and over again, catch this thing super easy, you just chuck a Pokeball at it, you don't even have to attack the thing. You're gonna catch it. Alright, once you have that, you just get to level 12, you get Reflect and Light Screen, and then you win. See, everybody thinks you gotta pick all these Pokemon that can sweep and everything else. You need like 3 good sweepers. The rest are just whatever you want to fill the team with. This is my pick for that. You can get his cost down. I mean, you can get this thing down to like 1/4 of a point of cost. He's basically not even really on your team. But say your Gyarados that you're sweeping with goes down and you've got to switch, just switch into Leddyba. Now you have Prankster, you can use Spore, and you just instantly put the opponent to sleep no matter what. They got a Lumberry, you burn it off. They don't have a Lumberry, now you profit. Then you just throw up Reflect, Light Screen, whichever one you need, maybe both. You also get Safeguard at 12. You don't really need that, but if you like it, you can take that too. And then you can switch out, you can let him stay out until he dies. If you happen to get Pollen Puff too, you can heal up in double battles. It's kind of just really good overall, super low cost, low maintenance, easy to get. I don't know what else to tell you, man. Halving the damage from every attack type with priority and being able to put stuff to sleep constantly is super annoying for your opponents. I imagine they're AI, they haven't told me, but when they lose, it can't feel great, especially when you're losing to this thing. Alright, it's not what you would expect. Alright, I do have one honorable mention here, and that's going to be Minccino. And the reason why this isn't in the normal 5 is because it does take more setup without getting a lot of its extra stuff. It's kind of bad for the most part, but it's also kind of easy to get. The town and the meadow, pretty easy to find there. You can farm this thing up really easy. Depending on what all you have unlocked for it, it's going to depend on what you want to run though. If you have Population Bomb, you're going to want to run Technician on this thing. So Technician is going to boost Population Bomb's damage massively. Population Bomb does not actually scale off of skill link like people think it does. It's based on accuracy. So you're going to keep attacking until you miss. If you can get Wide Lens on this thing with Technician and Population Bomb, you can solo the game. I have a video of me doing that relatively easily. If you want to check that out, I'll have a link down in the description. You should look at that after this video. But if you have the rest of your team to back it up, which I did not have on that run, you're kind of super golden, especially if you can get a King's Rock on this thing. You can just solo Eternatus in like 2 turns. It is insane. If you don't have Population Bomb, you're going to want to go with Skill Link, because Icicle Spear is amazing, and it gets a lot of other, multi-hit moves. I think Bullet Seed, Tail Slap or something. I don't remember. I'm not looking at the stuff for it. I wasn't going to put this on here. It was kind of a last-minute thing. But it's really good. If you can get him, you get Adamant. He evolves through a stone. So theoretically, you get his evolution as early as like the whole first biome. And his stats are insane once he evolves. His attack is relatively decent. His speed is super high. I mean, stats aren't insane. The rest of them are kind of just mediocre. But it's everything together that makes this thing really good. And I didn't put it on the list because it does take more prep. And it's not always going to work out for you. But if you have the extra slots and you have this thing and you have stuff unlocked for it, it's pretty low cost. You can just throw it on there. I mean, I got this thing down to 2. I'm pretty sure I can actually get it down lower. But it's just a decent Pokemon. All right, tell me you saw number 5 coming. This one, maybe. You didn't get the Lediba. All right, if you already subscribed, you already liked because of that one, you can't take it back now. We're not going with any like fancy other region Meowths. There's 2 of them. They don't matter. We're going with the OG vanilla Meowth. All right. And the reason I like this one is
I like money.
And the vanilla Meowth is going to help us get
Money.
From a 2D image to a real figure on the first try. Hi 3D's 2000.
This thing is amazing. All right, you can find it in the town and the plains. Super easy. You're going to find it in the beginning of the game. Almost every run, you're going to run at least one of these things. You're going to want to catch a few of them because it's passive and everything else, its egg moves, they're all really good. They definitely help it, but you don't need, in quotations, any of that. What you really just need is Technician. All right, Technician and Payday. Pickup is good too. It helps you a little bit in the beginning, but chances are it's going to evolve into Persian before you get to the point where Pickup's going to really matter. And when it evolves into Persian, it gets Limber if you have Pickup, and we don't care about that. Limber is kind of useless. You really want Technician. All right, you're going to get Fake Out, which on a normal type with Fake Out and Technician, you're just going to do so much damage. First turn, knock off Sturdies, anything else. You just Fake Out, and then you Payday. And I think you get Payday at like level 12, and Payday is going to make you so much money. So you run this thing while you're leveling up your Fuecoco and your Magikarp and all those fancy things in the back. And for as long as you can in the run without switching, you pour all your rare candies into Magikarp, and you lead with this guy. You get Swords Dance, that's amazing. If you don't get it, you still just lead with this guy. You use Pickup, or not Pickup, sorry, I'm really obsessed with Pickup. I always run Pickup Mons. I try not to put any on this list, and this guy's kind of one. But you're going to run Technician, just Fake Out, Payday. That's all you're going to do. You're going to make so much money in the beginning of the run, and a lot of money later, and then when it evolves into Persian, it just gets even better. It still does the same thing, but better. And then, if you catch stuff later and you want to replace something, you can just ditch the Persian once you're sweeping everything with your Gyarados that's like level 50 or 60. I think my last run, I ran this thing as my lead up until like floor 70 or something like that, and he was actually kind of cleaning up with Swords Dance Payday. It's kind of insane how good this actually is and how much extra money you'll have. If you get Adamant, that's great. Persian and Meowth are both already super fast. You don't need any kind of like speed boosting or anything. Adamant, any kind of attack boost, that's going to be really good. There's not a lot else to say. He's easy to find. You farm him up. You make so much money, and then you pour that money into rerolls and getting Gyarados busted. You kind of just win the run. He's really good on pretty much any team. And that's my list. That's my top, in quotations, 5 picks, because we did have that 6th one there. If you guys liked any of my picks, let me know in the comments. If I chose anything that you choose on a regular basis, let me know. You can't say Gyarados. Everybody says Gyarados. We all pick that. We know. You don't have to say it. We already know. It's in your team. All right. But if you have any picks that I didn't put on here, anything you think deserves to be on the list that, could kick Ladybug out of its slot, please let me know down in the comments. I'm always looking for more fun things to run, and I have not came even close to using everything in this game. But other than that, make sure you guys check out the other videos that are linked around here somewhere on the top of the screen.
WVid. I'm gonna see this series.
Heyo, welcome back everybody. So I've actually had a few people request for me to do some kind of like a new player guide or something like that to help them get their first win. And Raging Mon on Discord actually requested that, and that's kind of boring. I'm just on Google. I'll show that. So on the wiki, they actually have leader battle things to do. We'll go when I'm looking, if I don't find any megastones or anything else, something that I know is going to be reliable and pretty decent throughout the run. So I'm going to go ahead and take Fuecoco. Torch Song's going to be really good. I like, you know, having a good fire starter. He's probably my favorite on here to start with.
Okay. Okay, we watch this one. PokéRogue tips that'll help you become a pro. Okay. Let's watch this one.
Glad you guys are enjoying PokéRogue, but there's been a lot of
Let's check to see how she's doing real quick. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Floor 43. Interesting. Wrong YouTube. Here we go. This is PokéRogue tips that'll help you become a pro by Hoodlum Callum.
you guys that are starting to play the game that have some questions as to how things work. So I'm going to be giving you guys some tips. These are not going to be so much tips as to how to beat a run, because honestly, I think it does just come down to luck some of the time. I think it makes sense to start off with the egg gacha. So as you go through your run, you are going to encounter like gym leaders and Elite Four members, and the first time you defeat them, you will be granted, there's these vouchers here, you'll be granted one 5 pull voucher for defeating like a gym leader or Elite Four member you've never defeated before. If you rematch these trainers in a future run, you will only get one times pull. Speaking of, I actually have a 5 times pull ticket I can use right here. And so then, you know, you get these tickets for beating these trainers, and then there's 3 different machines that you can use. I also want to say you can actually use these machines during your run. You don't have to do it after. You can literally, if you press the escape key, you can come down here and go to egg gacha, and as long as you've got tickets, you can pull eggs to hatch at any time. There are 4 categories of eggs. There are common, rare, epic, legendary. The first machine on the left here is the move up egg move machine. PokéRogue has rare egg moves that Pokemon can get, and if you want to get these rare egg moves as soon as possible, this is the machine for you. Normally, common eggs have a 1 in 48 chance of getting a rare egg move. Rare eggs have a 1 in 24 chance of getting a rare egg move. Epic eggs have a 1 in 12 chance of getting a rare egg move. And legendary eggs have a 1 in 6 chance of getting a rare egg move. The move up machine doubles those odds. But I mean, I get some pretty crazy egg moves just by using the regular gacha machine. So I don't think, I mean, this one, if you're like trying to be like super meta, this one might be worth it. But I will say shiny Pokemon are actually valuable in this game. So my personal favorite machine to draw from is the shiny up machine. Anyways, before we get too ahead of ourselves, this middle one is a legendary up machine. The Pokemon that you see on screen is the Pokemon that is more likely to appear from eggs if you are to get a legendary egg. This just gives you a higher chance of getting a legendary egg. And yeah, there's the shiny up machine, which of course just gives you a higher chance of getting a shiny Pokemon. So let's discuss the shiny odds. The shiny odds are 1 in 2000 for wild Pokemon. There is an item that you can get in your runs called the shiny charm, which of course boosts your shiny odds. The shiny charm, the first time you get it, will multiply your shiny odds by 4. So it will be 1 in 500 instead of 1 in 2000. If you were to get it again, it then multiplies it by 2 instead. So instead of being 4 times, it's 2 times. The second time you get a shiny charm, which will then put your odds at 1 in 250. So if you get really, really lucky and you get multiple shiny charms, your shiny odds are pretty good. That is just for wild Pokemon though. For eggs, your shiny odds by default are 1 in 128. From the egg gacha machine, it's even lower. It's 1 in 64. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull from the egg gacha machine here, and it's gonna spit out, that's a rare egg. We got rare, common, 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 common. Yeah, that sounds about right. You can get legendary eggs from this machine. It's just not as easy. And personally, I don't really like playing with legendaries that much anyway, so I don't really care to grab the legendaries, but to each their own. as for how you hatch these eggs, now that they are in your egg list, you can check them out right here. It tells you all about it, tells you when you got it, tells you what type of egg it is, it tells you if it's close to hatching or not. The amount of floors you travel through, it determines when your eggs hatch. So common eggs hatch in 10 floors, rare eggs hatch in 25 floors, epic eggs hatch in 50 floors, and legendary eggs hatch in 100 floors. When you hatch eggs during a run though, they do not get added to your team or anything. These eggs are exclusive for starter Pokemon. And like I said, they've got a chance of getting some pretty cool egg moves. Like for example, the Squirtle right here has Body Press and Flip Turn, two very good egg moves. They're not any of his rare egg moves. These are both moves that Squirtle can learn usually. Like for example, Caterpie, Sticky Webs. Caterpie doesn't get Sticky Webs, but it does in this game. Baneful Bunker Weedle. That's kind of crazy. So you want to hatch eggs to get some pretty nice egg moves pretty much. That's kind of like their purpose. And of course you can hatch shinies way more often. Even if you're using the move up egg machine or the legendary up egg machine, your odds are 1 in 128, which is pretty good. So do whatever you can to get egg vouchers. Egg vouchers can even be obtained from the daily run at the end of that. Now that I've explained how egg vouchers work, let's talk about these purple boxes that you're going to see when you're starting a run. So 3 Pokemon every single day have a purple box around them. It's the same Pokemon for everyone. Totodile has a purple box. I remember Sky telling me that. The game explains it, but pretty much what this purple box is, it's PokéRust. And PokéRust in the main games lets you get EVs more efficiently, and then eventually I guess it gets cured, and you just get like left with a little stamp. I don't believe PokéRust in this game gets cured. And PokéRust in this game multiplies your experience by 1.5 times on whatever Pokemon has it. And as you know, PokéRust can spread. So if you just bring one Pokemon with PokéRust, it will spread to the rest of your party that you catch, and they will all gain 1.5 times experience, which I think if I am to give you a tip on how to beat this game, the best way is to make sure you're on top of experience. A lot of people end up getting underleveled because they don't prioritize like rare candies. They don't prioritize experience as much as they should. And I get it. The first 20 floors can actually be kind of rough. I think those are like the most RNG heavy floors. But yeah, if you bring a Pokemon with PokéRust like Totodile here, his experience will be boosted by 1.5 times, which is huge and definitely worth it. In the bottom left here, you can cycle natures and stuff like that with the N key. If you look down here, you can cycle natures of Pokemon that you've caught throughout the game. The game explains it, but for every Totodile I hatch, it adds. So if I hatch a Jolly Totodile after like 10 floors here, that Jolly Totodile I will now be able to select a Jolly from the natures as a starter, pretty much. It's a really cool system, honestly. My personal favorite Pokemon to start with, I wonder if he's changed it. He hasn't. I think Nimble is honestly kind of broken. And as you can see down here in the bottom left, you can cycle the gender of your Pokemon. If you have multiple genders unlocked, you can cycle through the genders and also your nature. So I'm going to take an Adamant Nimble here. And you can also cycle if a Pokemon is shiny or not, if you have unlocked that Pokemon as a shiny. You just got to use the R button. It's everything that you need to know is down here in the bottom left. Of course, there's E for the ability. If you get multiple different abilities on Pokemon, you can swap them out too. I'm going to start with a Drain Punching Palmy as well. And then just for science, we're going to start with this Bunnelby here. I really need to get a huge power Bunnelby because not having huge power sucks. Actually, hold on. I'm not going to start with the Palmy. We're going to start with the Bunnelby, and we're going to start with this Munna that I got. And the reason for it is because I'm going to explain to you guys why shiny Pokemon are actually useful. There's also been a nice little UI update that shows you the type of Pokemon. Obviously, most people don't need it, but I think it helps casual Pokemon players that are just trying this out. Oh god damn it, I forgot to cycle Munna as a shiny. This does not help. There we go. Munna is a shiny now. Taking Bunnelby 2, and of course my boy Nimble. Not with that nature though. Hold on. Adamant, there we go. Swag. All right, let's get it. As you can see, the little icon sprites actually show you the Pokemon shiny, which is something I need to pay attention to. So as you can see, Totodile has PokéRust. The rest of my team doesn't have PokéRust yet, but when they do, they will start gaining a lot more experience. Another thing I think that's worth mentioning really fast, you will see a lot of abilities and moves with the N or P in parentheses. I explained this in a previous video, but these pretty much mean that the move or ability hasn't been included properly in the game. N stands for not implemented, so basically it doesn't work. And P stands for partially implemented, meaning it kind of works. So for example, the move Sucker Punch will do damage, but it won't consider the fact that so if you use Sucker Punch in the main games and an opponent switches, Sucker Punch fails. But in this game, Sucker Punch will do damage on the Pokemon that switches in, which isn't how the move should work, but that's because it's not fully implemented. So this right here, after every single battle you do in PokéRogue, you will be greeted by a shop and also a free item. If you have a shiny Pokemon on your team, it will raise the odds of the shop buffing an item, and it stacks the more shiny Pokemon you have. So I will have to show you an example of what I mean, so we're just going to click this Pokeball really fast. Another tip I can give you is as long as you don't switch out, any buffs that your Pokemon get will remain. So right now, my Nimble is +3 in attack, and he will remain +3 in attack until I get swapped out. The game will, for example, right here, the game will swap you out whenever you have a trainer battle. That is the reason why it does the animation. It's because it wants to, reset any stat buffs you have, so you're not just steamrolling the entire game. If you want another tip, just on basic gameplay, prioritize money as much as you can. Money is a huge part of this game, I won't lie. So make sure that you are saving your money the most you can. Don't just be dropping money on whatever. Be frugal. Look at how crazy Nimble is, bro. He's a tier 2 Pokemon, and he's just 1v1ing the rival. I mean, my one is Power Up Punch, which is definitely why it's very good. But yeah, another thing I can recommend actually, get lures whenever you can. So some of the best items in the game, in my opinion, lures, rare candies, and nuggets. Lures make it more often that you will get a double battle, which means you are fighting an extra Pokemon, which means you're getting more experience. So to stay on top of your experience and to stay hitting those level caps, use lures whenever you physically can. That is my piece of advice. And of course, after every 10 floors, you get to, well, I mean, my eggs are going to hatch here, so that's nice. We have to live hatch my eggs. Got Lechonk, nice, cool. An Impish Natured Lechonk. These blue letters up here, these basically tell you that my Lechonk, my starter Pokemon Lechonk, the base special attack now has been raised by +6, and the base speed has been raised by +1, because this Lechonk hatched 1 IV higher than my previous Lechonk, I guess, had, and this one hatched 6 special attack higher than my previous Lechonk had. Very cool. Hey, a Bunnelby. It's got Cheek Pouch still, but it's got more special defense, more attack, which is always nice. It doesn't change the Bunnelby that I'm currently running with, but for future Bunnelbys, the attack will be 25 instead of 21. Okay, I finally got it to happen. Jesus Christ. So as you saw just there, that middle item was a different Pokeball, and then it just upgraded a tier. Having shiny Pokemon in your party raises the chances of that happening. If you have 2 shiny Pokemon, it doubles the chances of it happening. This is something that can happen naturally without any shiny Pokemon, but if you have shiny Pokemon with you, it buffs that chance, which, I mean, that's going to be your best way, in my opinion, to get stuff like fusions, Mega Evolutions, and Gigantamax forms, which are very powerful Pokemon. Fusions, maybe not so much, but Gigantamax forms and Mega Evolutions are permanent in this game. So definitely something you want to try and shoot for. And if you have shiny Pokemon, the items are going to buff more often, and that just gives you the chance of getting rarer items. And like the Mega Bracelet, for example, is considered a rarer item. So another thing I want to mention is that items in this game stack. Every item stacks with each other. So if I pick up another lure here, both lures are active at the same time, and they both double the chances of getting a double battle. I mean, I still didn't get one, but they are working together until they run out, which is shown here by how many numbers are on the lure. So in 4 more battles, this lure will be up. They really don't want to give me double battles, huh? They do not want to see me win. Oh, Covet. Covet is a very broken move. As you just saw there, that Zigzagoon stole my black belt, and now it's gone forever. Covet and Thief have a 30% chance of stealing an item. So if you get a Pokemon with Covet or Thief, a really good one is Persian, which is why Meowth is worth 4, because Meowth gets Fake Out and Covet, which is just a good combo. You can steal items from Pokemon that you come across, and you can then obviously transfer them, which I can actually show you really quick. I don't have any items anymore because it just got stolen, but there is a transfer button usually in the bottom right, and if you click that, you can move the items amongst your Pokemon for free. It doesn't cost you like a turn or anything. It's completely free. So that black belt I had on my Nimble, I could have given that to like a Mankey I catch later down the line, and black belt boosts my fighting time moves by 20%, which is very good. I'm going to lose here because I was not on top of my healing. I'm just going to start with 3 shiny Pokemon here, and also Nimble. I forgot to make them shiny. Dude, this is going to be the death of me. I got to remember that the little icon sprites actually show up as shiny. Oh my goodness, I started with a Rogue Ball right away, and because I've got 3 shinies, the Super Lure got upgraded immediately. That's crazy. We'll take the Rogue Balls. For anyone curious, Rogue Balls, just better Ultra Balls. Pokeball is a 1.0 damage catch rate, Great Ball 1.5, Ultra Ball 2.0, Rogue Ball 3.0. So later into the run, when you're catching, I guess, just, high level Pokemon that are just harder to catch. Look at that. Look at that. Look how often it's upgrading now. When you're catching harder to catch Pokemon, you want Rogue Balls. So I would recommend picking those up whenever you can if you plan on adding to your team. Another thing I want to point out here is this little Pokeball. As you know, in the main games, Pokeballs like that tell you if you've caught a Pokemon or not. But in this game, if that Pokeball is grayed out but also present, like it is with this Yungoos, it pretty much means that I haven't completed Yungoos. I don't have every gender Yungoos. I don't have every ability Yungoos. I don't think it counts for nature, but it counts for gender and it counts for abilities. So use that as an opportunity to fill out your I guess starter decks. I mean, I don't really plan on ever using Yungoos, but I may as well. So that one had Strong Jaw, which I'm assuming I just didn't have yet. This, of course, is your rival. I don't want to spoil too much in regards to the rival, but he does. Oh wow, that's a really nice sprite. The rival does change genders depending on what gender you're playing as. I'm currently playing as a girl, so my rival's a male. It doesn't change anything aside from dialogue, as far as I'm aware. After I beat this game for the first time, I stopped reading the dialogue, so I couldn't tell you what the changes are. But I heard that the dialogue is a little different between the rivals' genders. And there we go. We're hatching our rare egg, which is 25 floors, and we got an Arctic Zolt. It didn't give us anything new in terms of IVs, but we got Free Shock as an egg move. These are also pretty good items. I would recommend these items in like the later half of the game when you're already kind of established team-wise. If you can afford to grab these, definitely do, because it increases the defense, attack, speed, whatever it may be, of all your party members by 1 stage for 10 battles. And of course, like I said, they stack. So as you can see up here, these are my items I have. There's the number 1 next to them, which means I only have 1 of them, but they do stack. Some items are limited by how much they can stack, and if they are limited, they will turn red. The text will turn red and tell you that, hey, you can't get any more of these. Like, for example, I think, the most you can get EXP all-wise is 5. You can only get 5 EXP alls, because at that point, 20 times 5 is 100, and you can't get any higher than 100% of a Pokemon's EXP. I mean, you could, theoretically, but the game doesn't allow that. So keep in mind that every item stacks until the text is red. Another thing that's worth mentioning is evolution. Obviously, if a Pokemon evolves by level up, it will just evolve by level up. But if a Pokemon requires a specific item to evolve, all you need to do is have that Pokemon in your party. The game will then give you a chance after every battle to potentially see the item you need to evolve your Pokemon. As for happiness evolutions, happiness has been tweaked in this game. For example, Riolu has base 50 happiness, and it requires 90 happiness to evolve. Participating in a battle grants it plus 2 happiness, Rare Candies grants it plus 5 happiness, and Fainting loses it 10 happiness. If you give Riolu a Soothbell, it boosts the happiness by 1.5 times per stack. In Riolu's case, it would take him about 20 participated battles to evolve. Participating in a battle means that he has to actually be sent out in the field. All right, so before I start getting into the big things that need to be explained, the last thing I want to say is hazards. Stuff like Toxic Spikes, Stealth Rocks, Spikes, they last for 5 battles. So if you place Toxic Spikes down for the next 5 battles, Pokemon will be affected by those Toxic Spikes. Now, the last few things I want to explain is how Fusion, Gigantamax, and Mega Evolution works. Let's start with Mega Evolution, since everybody loves that. Basically, throughout your run, you will occasionally encounter super rare items. One of those super rare items you can get is a Mega Bracelet. Once you obtain that Mega Bracelet, if a Pokemon on your team can Mega Evolve, you have a chance of encountering that Mega Stone throughout your run. It's not guaranteed. I have went from floor 1 to 200 without obtaining a Mega Evolution on one of my Pokemon, despite having the Mega Bracelet. Sometimes you just get unlucky. But once you do find that Mega Stone, if you apply it to the Pokemon that can Mega Evolve, the Pokemon will Mega Evolve, and it is permanent. Mega Evolutions are just like how they are in the main games, except, yeah, they're permanent. Gigantamax forms work very similarly. Just like how Mega Evolution, you can only Mega Evolve Pokemon that actually have Mega Evolutions. Gigantamax Pokemon are the only ones that can be Gigantamax. You can't Dynamax any Pokemon, which is what I thought. So once you find the Dynamax band, you have a chance of finding a Max Mushroom, which will allow you to Gigantamax a Pokemon that can Gigantamax. So if you have a Snorlax, if you have a Pikachu, if you have a Corviknight, those are all Pokemon that can Gigantamax. If you have any of Pokeos in your team and also the Dynamax band, you have a chance of coming across the Max Mushrooms. Feed the Max Mushroom to that Pokemon and they will Gigantamax. They work similarly to Mega Evolution in terms of how they buff the stats, but it is more geared towards their HP. And finally, let me explain to you how fusions work. Fusions don't work like how you would expect them to. Like for example, in Infinite Fusion, if you combine two Pokemon, it actually combines them physically. While this game does combine the Pokemon, all you really get sprite-wise is whatever the first Pokemon is. Say for example, I decide to fuse my Bunnelby with Nimble, and I choose Bunnelby as the first Pokemon to fuse, it will be Bunnelby's body that is being used, but its color will change to be a mixture of Bunnelby and Nimble's colors. The base stats are then averaged, so whatever the the average base stat between Nimble and Bunnelby, they will be averaged. Moves, learn sets, and items are combined. IVs and nature come from the first Pokemon you select. The second or only type comes from the second Pokemon. So let's say I fuse Fungus and Bunnelby. Because Bunnelby is only a normal type and Fungus is a grass type, if I choose Fungus as the first Pokemon and Bunnelby as the second, the Fungus fusion will be a grass normal type. But if I choose Bunnelby first and Fungus second, it will be a normal poison type. That's because, like I said, the second Pokemon will choose the second Pokemon's type if it has one, and if it doesn't have one, it will just choose their only type. The ability of the Pokemon is also determined from the second Pokemon. So if I'm doing my normal poison Bunnelby fusion with Fungus, it will be normal poison Bunnelby, and it will have Effect Spore as the ability. It will have the same nature and IVs as this Bunnelby here, so it'll be hardy nature. And Bunnelby will be like the main Pokemon. So whenever Bunnelby evolves, it will still be fused with Fungus, and it will remain that way. I will have a Diggersby Fungus fusion, and there's nothing I can do about that. So ultimately, your best bet for fusing, in my opinion, is if it's a later game fusion, because I had a Scorbunny fused with a Pikachu, so that meant I had a Cinderace fused with a Pikachu late game. And it was very hard to use because it basically just made Cinderace worse. Pikachu's stats are abysmal compared to Cinderace. The only benefit Cinderace got was that it was now an electric type and that it had the static ability. But besides that, it was worse in every single way. There is a game mode that you can unlock if you beat a classic run with a fusion on your team. That's the reason why I decided to use the Cinderace Pikachu fusion till the end. You can unfuse the two Pokemon, but the second Pokemon will pretty much be erased from existence. So if you decide, hey, I just really want my Cinderace to be normal again and just be a good Cinderace, you can unfuse them, but Pikachu will die pretty much. And with that, those are all the PokéRogue tips I have for you. I hope that they were helpful. I hope that I taught you something new, and I hope that with all the information you have now, you can be more successful in your runs going forward. I absolutely love PokéRogue. I'm excited to continue making content on it. Like I said, if there's anything I missed or anything you want to maybe add on, don't be afraid, leave a comment. I want to help as many people as I can enjoy this game, and I hope by making this video I've helped some of you guys.
I think I might get off. I don't know. Yeah, I might get off. Let's get me back to this screen. All right, let's get this music growing. All right. Appreciate everybody stopping in. I think this might be it for me. That's it. Appreciate y'all.